Hello viewers, and today we're at Teamsport Crawley and it is the brand new layout and they've renovated the track, so that means new colours, as you can see behind us. New colours, yellow and blue, symbolising the electric cars that are coming a bit later this year. New track layout, the S-bend is not there anymore, now it's just a straight line and a right. Later this year they're changing a bit more and they're going electric, but it's still petrol for a bit longer until BRKC. I'm doing the race, the Gridlocked, so I have to do some fun challenges, and I'm also doing the 3 for 2. So lots of practice today and should be really good fun. As you can see, it's all painted differently, all yellow, black. Looks a little bit different. But downstairs it's been changed. So as you can see downstairs, you can see where the S-bend is looking very empty. And you can see this is where the pit lane is going to go for the electric cars. So it's going to be quite a big pit lane. And I don't know if you can, it's going to be a bit annoying because you can't really see where it goes. But basically, you go around there and then you go around, and then you just straight line it, and then you go right that way. But basically, look, this is what I can show you. Look, so now that one's the S-bend. So I'm standing, so there is literally right here, and basically where it goes now, it goes like that. It just goes straight across there. So it's going to be interesting how it works now. But yeah, I'm excited to race. Just got a bit of a long time till I'm on.
And as you can see, we're walking down for our race, and you can see what the challenge is already. It's football, as I almost get megged by that little kid. So that's the challenge in this race. We're going to go out for qualifying in just a second. I've got kart 8, which I'm pretty happy about, as I know it's a really quick kart. So that'll be helpful for qualifying. And we're coming out the pit lane. It is quite slippy at the moment, as you can see. And here is the new layout. You can see instead of the S-bend where you go left, you actually go right. At the moment, as you can see, it's very slidey. Even on yellow flag conditions, it's very slidey. And let's go straight into a quick lap for my qualifying. And that lap was good enough for P3, so happy about that. And we're behind the safety car. Gonna go for our start in just a second. The safety car's gonna go off, and then now it's green flag and away we go for the 40-minute endurance race, 40 minutes or so, with the pit stop in the middle. So we've got a decent start in P3, catching up to the guy in front quite quickly, kart 17. Trying to catch up, but I've sort of realised that this kart isn't as good as the one I had in qualifying. As you can sort of see, I'm getting pulled a lot down the straight, like losing quite a lot of time down the straight. Anyway, carry on. Definitely quicker than the two guys in front at the moment, and we're slowly catching them up. Get a bit of a hit from the rear just there, but you can just see they're pulling away slightly down the straight. See if I can go for a move here. No, he defends it. I get hit again. Just little small taps and they sort of put you offline slightly. Now into the corkscrew. Get hit quite a lot there again. Getting bashed around quite a lot in this race. But no one's got past me yet, so I think it's still fairish as we carry on going around. Trying to find a way past this kart 17 as we go up the hill, trying to gain a bit of momentum by jumping up and down. Yeah, this kart just doesn't seem to have as much pace out the corners as the others. Yeah, as you can see, I'm just getting gapped a bit down the straight. So accidentally hit the rear of car 17, sorry about that. Just carried a bit more speed into the corner. He goes quite wide there. I'm so close, I'm catching him up. Right on his bumper. I'm going to try and get a good run out the corner, but car just seems to bog down out the corner. And I just lose so much time. But we are definitely slightly quicker, even with this slightly slow car. Again, accidentally hit. Tastes thing about the guys behind me just keep punting into me. But we carry on into the top floor, onto the straight. Oh, by the way, the green flag, when someone waves the green flag, that means you have to do your pit stop and do the challenge. So you've got to look out for that green flag coming up soon-ish. Behind kart 17 was so close to making the move. Getting quite close. But again, he just pulls away down the straight and it's just quite hard to get past if your kart's just not on pace. Got a better run up the hill. I thought about going past, but guess not. He goes very deep into the first corner, but again I just was sliding around a bit too much. Again, gaining a tiny bit on the corners, it's just on the exit I just lose a bit of time. So I need to try and find a spot to get past this guy. Round the left, down the hill, into a right, and into another right, which sends you back down onto the bottom floor. Using all the track on the entry, but sliding the car a bit too much in the middle of the corner. Then into the new corner. Carry a lot of speed around there, and he gets a rubbish run up the hill. This might be our chance. And we're up the inside, and that's P2. That was a really good move up the inside. Just got a good run out of the corner, and the move was done. I think it's a bit easier to overtake because you can either divebomb people or like get a good run up the hill and get past him. But we're closing down on P1, we're catching him up. Slowly but surely. Slowly but surely. And let's skip to our pit stop challenge. As we come around this corner, we see the green flag and that is our pit stop. We're actually currently in P1, I'm pretty sure. But we need to make sure we get this pit stop well, otherwise it might cost us our race. So we come into the pit lane for our pit stop, come zooming in, and we stop quite quickly, jump out the car as fast as we can, rush over to dribble the ball through these cones and hopefully we can get good. So look at our ball skills. Actually quite a lack of ball skills if I'm honest. And then I'm not really sure what happened here, I managed to pan on myself or something. That was pretty awful, I'm not going to lie, that probably cost me at least 10 seconds. Oh, and I hit a cone, it's not good. It's not good as I rush back over to the cart, jump in, and off we go. Back onto the racetrack. And there's first place from earlier, and we're actually still right behind him, so that was actually a pretty good pit stop. If I hadn't mucked up that pit stop, I think I would have actually been in first, but never mind. In P2, so still happy about that. And let's see if we can hunt down the leader. As you can see, we're right on the leader's tail at the moment, as we just passed the back marker, going into the new corner, trying to carry as much speed as I can round. Losing out slightly on the exit as this cart's a bit slow. And oh, there's Will, he's up the inside. And that's we've lost P2 and Will's up the inside. So we've lost our position down to P3. But that was car 8, which is the car I had earlier, and it's a lot quicker down the straight. As you can see, it's just pulling so much down the straight. But still in P3, still decent position for the race. So we do that corner very smoothly actually. But now Will's going to try and find a way past the leader. And he's kind of getting held up a bit. But you could just see I'm losing a bit of time and I'm kind of getting a bit frustrated. But it's fine, it's all good practice. Makes you drive a bit harder if you have a slow car. So try a bit harder to keep up. Makes you try and smooth out your lines and stuff like that. But you can see the track's sort of gripping up from earlier. See the tyres are slightly less shiny, which means the more shiny the tyre is, and if the track's more shiny, that means it's more slippy. But if it's less shiny, that means it's more grippy. So at the moment it's sort of at the midpoint. sort of grippy, but sort of not. As we accidentally go to the back of Will, because he got held up, and he's looking for a way past P1, trying to find a way to dive past. As we thought about going on the inside there, but there wasn't enough space to try and get past. As we see in front of us, there's another back marker we're going to have to overtake in a second. And we're going across here, catching up to the back marker in front. Right on Will's bump. We accidentally put him in thrall. We put our hand up and say sorry. But let's see if we can keep up with these leaders. A few laps later, we've lost a bit of time, and Will goes up the inside of P1, and now he's into P1. That's cost him a bit of time, so we should catch up a tiny bit. But that's a change for the lead in the race. But that means we've caught up a bit. Hopefully we should be able to come their tail a bit easier. But you saw a moment ago we were quite far behind, maybe a second or two. You can see already Will's starting to get a bit of a gap to P2. A very small gap at the moment, but it's still a gap. But you can see there's a lot of karts in front of us that we're going to have to overtake at some point. We're going to have to go past them, hopefully cleanly, and we'll see what happens. Oh, that might be a change for the lead. Oh no, what am I on about? Never mind. Just thought that I might get past, but there's still someone right on our tail, so we need to make sure they don't get past either, while keeping our position and trying to get past second place, back into second place. Oh, they're up the inside, but we managed to hold it around the outside. That was very close, I didn't see that coming. But now this made me a bit more aware of what people were doing, because Will did that same move to me earlier. So I need to be a bit more aware. And they're really getting clogged up in front of us, those back markers. And Will's going to go... Oh, I thought he was going to... Oh! He's in the wall! Oh! That's a big crash, that's a big crash. And we're into the back of Will. And it's a red flag. Oh! And I hope everyone's alright there. That was quite a big shunt. I think what happened there was that blue driver tried to go up the inside and just didn't. It's not really a place you should be overtaking unless you're like more than 50% past, and just got turned in on and then caused them to go in the barrier. But I think everyone's alright, and we'll be going racing in just a second. And that's the green light, and I'm going to let second place back pass, because otherwise it would be a bit unfair overtaking him on a red flag braking, so I let him back past, and we're all cool with that. But I think it's almost the end of the race now, and I think I actually stay in this position. And yes, we do. We finished the race in P3. There's the checkered flag, and that's P3. But actually, on the timing system, I ended up coming like, I think 8th or something, because the timing system broke. It basically put me a lap down. But we take P3. We'll just say we came P3 instead of P8. So pretty happy with that. Really enjoying this new track layout so far. Gave the driver in second a thumbs up, and the driver in fourth. Both very nice. And that was the race league, and next is the 3 for 2. So now we're going out for the 3 for 2, this is actually the final session of the 3 for 2, as I didn't be getting any other footage of the other ones. And we're going to go out the pit lane, and I've got a pretty good car. I sort of realised that quite quickly in the session. Kart 17 is pretty good. Probably not, I think it's not one of the best karts. As you can see, I'm sort of losing a little bit of time down the straight, but not too much, as we clobber the barrier there and lose some time. But it felt really good through the corners, so it was a really nice kart to drive, so I kept it. And yeah, it was really good. So we're catching up to this kart 15, just give them a little nudge on the back by accident. Need to try and find a way past. Some good overtaking practice on this new layout, and hopefully we can get a good run down here. He goes wide. I don't know, it's quite an odd place to go wide there, but I'm not really sure what happened there. But anyway, we've caught up to another pack. Let's see how we get past this kart 28. We're going to try and hang it around the outside, and we send it down the inside. What a move. And now we're behind kart 6, and hopefully we can find another place to get past him. Maybe into here, there might be enough space, and there is. and we make our way up the inside, and that's another move done. And now I've caught up to another guy, and this is probably my favourite overtake, and he actually lets us past, but it was quite a big send. That's probably my new favourite place to overtake, at that new corner, because you could just send it from so far back and then make the move stick. And here we are behind car 8, which is actually quite a rapid car, and we just send it up the inside like that, and it's a really good move because most of the time people give you room, and then I get a really good run up the ramp on that guy, and I make 2. Oh, he gets back at me actually. Try and go for the switchback, and it works. I thought I got the move done there, but if you get a bad run out of that final corner, then people can just send it up the inside of you. And let's see some more overtake. Again, Cal caught up to another driver here. I was quite quick through this new corner, but then I get a really good exit up the hill and boom, up the inside. That was a really good overtake. And then if I placed my car just so that he would hit into the back of me, so it kind of bumps me along, which gave me a sort of speed boost and he couldn't really get past. And here we are behind another driver. This is probably one of my more clean moves of the night, and we just send up the inside. He gives us enough space and we make the move. Now I'm going on to the fastest lap I've done around this track so far, as we cross the start finish line, trying to smooth out the corner as much as we can. It wasn't too grippy, as you can see I'm sort of sliding a bit, the tyres look a bit shiny. Generally the less shiny the tyres, the more grip you have. Into here, slight lift to get the rotation in. Use all the exit, don't go too wide there, but use the exit to try and get a good run down the hill. Try and steer as little as possible into here. Keep the wheel almost straight going into there. This bit was very good on this lap, as you can see. Didn't just clipping the wall on the exit into the new corner, flat out, flicking in, trying to keep the wheel, trying to stop us from sliding as much as we can. Round the final corner, and I know I'm on a good lap, so I dive across the start finish line. And just like that, it was the end of the session. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I hope you learned something from this video. I hope you learned something from the new track layout. And I'm aching quite a lot, as you can see on this video, because I did the Cadet League and I did this, so I feel pretty battered. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the video, hope you learned something new, and I'll see you in the next one.